Self-analysis is the key to personal mastery. Paramahansa Yogananda delivered a lecture on November 6, 1938. Let us leave the confines of the ego and explore the vast fields of soul progress. As time passes, your souls must move forward to a greater expansion of your life and spirit. The initiative to fulfill your most important responsibility in life is frequently buried beneath the accumulated debris of human habits. You must break free from their stifling influence and begin sowing the seeds of your desired success. Life is worthwhile when you complete the most important task, which is to discover the meaning and true value of your existence. This cosmic motion picture of life has the potential to educate man. It is not shown without a reason. Every day we see different scenes, and each day has a lesson to teach. You are meant to learn the lesson by focusing on the ultimate goal of human existence, to discover who is driving your life. Without self-analysis, man lives a robot-like life. Millions of people never analyze themselves. Mentally, they are mechanical products of their environment's factory, preoccupied with breakfast, lunch and dinner, working and sleeping, and going to various places to be entertained. They have no idea what or why they are looking for, or why they never find complete happiness and long-term satisfaction. People who avoid self-analysis continue to be robots, conditioned by their environment. True self-analysis is the most important art of progress. Everyone should learn to analyze himself objectively. Every day, write down your thoughts and aspirations. Discover who you are, not who you believe you are, if you want to transform yourself into the person you should become. Most people refuse to change because they cannot see their own flaws. Everyone is the result of his genetics and environment. If you were born in America, you have certain American characteristics. If you were born in China or England, you are likely to share the interests of those countries. Your environment is the result of your true heredity, which includes the traits and desires you acquired in previous lives. Because of your ancestors' heredity, you were born into the family and environment in which you now live. When we read about important people's families, we frequently notice that the sons of great men do not always have the same mental capacity as their fathers. The failure of biological heredity in man raises serious concerns in our minds. Why don't we see the same results in human life as we do in the plant and animal kingdoms, where good pedigree typically produces good offspring? We must investigate man's inner life to find an answer. Traits from previous lives continue to influence us today. In a literary family, it is not uncommon to find a boy who dislikes literature completely. He was raised with literature-loving companions but has no interest in it. Why? It cannot be explained simply by environment or heredity. However, reincarnation exists in addition to these factors. We are born into a particular family due to similar characteristics. However, each member of a family is a soul with unique characteristics inherited from previous lives. As a result, while there are always some biological hereditary similarities in families, each person has a unique personality. A man is born into a specific family, social and national environment as a result of specific causes and his own past actions. As a result, man is responsible for shaping his own destiny. Analyzing his dominant interests and habits in this life allows one to almost predict what he will be in his next life. You have the ability to reverse your actions. As a result, self-analysis is essential for spiritual development. Let's say you've been reading tragedies for a long time and believe you'll continue to enjoy them for the rest of your life. However, if you analyze yourself and notice that you are becoming depressed as a result of your constant reading of this type of literature, you will want to develop a new habit of reading inspiring spiritual books. Doing so will alter the course of your life. We can change ourselves quickly if we are determined enough. However, without it, one cannot easily or quickly change years of habit patterns. To break a long-standing habit, you must use all of your determination in counteractivity until the bad habit is worn out. Most people lack patience. However, Everyone should be encouraged by this truth. You can undo anything you've created or done. When you analyze who you are, you should have a strong desire to overcome your weaknesses and become the person you should be. Do not allow yourself to become discouraged by the revelation of your flaws that honest self-analysis usually brings. Everything in the universe is created through thought. A theory has been proposed that thought is a byproduct of the endocrine glands. Such an idea is unfounded. Flesh cannot produce thought. Mind is the architect of both the microcosm and the macrocosm. As water cools and condenses to form ice, thought takes on physical form through condensation. Everything in the universe is conceptualized in material terms. The endocrine organ is simply a physical representation of a microcosmic thought blueprint. The physical and mental aspects of man are inextricably linked. It is common for a person with an ailing liver to become irritable. When you are bilious, you do not feel like smiling and saying peace to everyone. You do not feel friendly. Your physical well-being influences your thoughts and emotions. When the organs weaken, so does mental power. Those who consume a lot of meat are frequently surly and irritable. If I put you on a grape juice diet for a week, you'll most likely feel uplifted and harmonious toward everyone. I recently met a man who was dressed in a lightweight suit with no overcoat, despite the fact that it was extremely cold. He said he was 70 years old and never felt cold. He did not even wear socks. He had adapted his body to cold weather. The mind has a greater influence on the body than the other way around, but bodily chemicals have an ongoing influence on the mind. The body and mind are interdependent. Seclusion is the cost of greatness. Seclusion is the cost of greatness. Be alone inside. Don't live the aimless life that many people do. Continue to meditate and read good books. There are so many inspiring things to learn, yet man wastes his time foolishly. Happiness will never come unless you concentrate and apply the wisdom of great men. The scriptures and other reliable books contain their thoughts to assist you, so don't waste time looking for new excitement. It is acceptable to go to the movies and have a small social life on occasion, but you should mostly stay apart and live within yourself. Meditation, learning about great minds through their thoughts and books, and surrounding yourself with noble and kind people are all essential components of happiness. Enjoy solitude, but when you want to interact with others, do so with all of your love and friendship, so that those people will never forget you, but will always remember that they met someone who inspired them and turned their minds to God. Excerpts from the book Man's Eternal Quest by Paramahansa Yogananda.